Good afternoon. I call to order the Knox County Optional Review Meeting for March 24th at 3 o'clock. A reminder, this is not a voting meeting. This is a discussion meeting. I would like to go over the items that we do have, and then if anybody wants to add items to it. We are going to hear from Chief Devlin for just a couple of minutes. Then we have got one for the Community Health Alliance Board. The other gentleman couldn't make it. And then Commissioner Frazier has asked to speak about TTCDA. Does anybody else have anything else that they want to discuss? I know Commissioner Rawls also is going to bring something up also. Is that it? All right, seeing none. Chief Devlin? Welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon, commissioners.
Hit your button there. Let it start. It may take a minute. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah, see if the battery. Commissioner Jay?
I'm usually pretty loud. Is that loud enough?
Yeah, it's not on.
Okay.
Nothing. Okay. Yeah, just holler and we'll see if we can get it. If you'll give your name and county of residence, please.
Yeah, Jeff Devlin, 940 Weatherly Hills Boulevard. Oh, how about
There
that?
you are.
Okay, new technology.
Gotta love it.
Yep, Jeff Devlin. I'm Rural Metro Fire Chief, 940 Weatherly Hills Boulevard, 37934. Just here to on and into some of commissioners we've talked already. Just in an endeavor to be transparent. Since 1977, Rural Metro Fire has not billed non-subscribers for first responder emergency medical services. We did that for free. And the realities are that, number one, that's not fair to our subscribers, and number two, with the growth of Knox County, really any way that we can pursue more subscriptions is a path to better services. So starting either April 15th or at the end of the month, we are going to start billing non-subscribers a flat fee of $600 for that emergency medical response. I think what's important to take away is fee-for-service is not a path to run a fire department. We can't fund it that way. So the goal is, again, to get those people to subscribe. So once those people get a bill, they'll be offered to sign up for a year or 3 years or monthly. We do it various ways. Once they do that, the bill will get thrown out. But you may have constituents contact you, and we just wanted to get that out in the public before we implemented that. So really brief, pretty simple. Certainly willing to take any questions.
Do we have any questions? Commissioner Hill?
Thank you, and thanks for sharing that. This is separate from your fire service.
Correct.
This is only applying to a emergency medical response. Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
If you're a non-subscriber currently, you get a fire fee that can be many thousands of dollars.
Right, okay.
Again, it's still not a way to fund a fire department, but
Yeah.
we got to keep people honest. So
Okay, I just want to be sure that's clear.
Yep.
Because those are two separate services.
and if you are a subscriber, whether it's rescue, hazmat, emergency medical, or fire service, it's all covered.
Thank you.
Commissioner Jay?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Devlin, will it go out with a bit of an explanation letter and a lot of information proactively, or is it just sending an invoice and waiting for the flood to show up? Because I imagine a lot of people are not going to be.
Yeah, it's a great question. It's certainly, we're going to try every way possible. This is part of it, to get the word out. I think that those bills are going to have a lot of information attached saying, hey, there's another way, you're a non-subscriber. We're kind of cognizant of rural metro in of itself is a very, very hard thing to simplify for people in an easy way. So there are still folks out there that don't understand this is how their emergency services are funded. So we're going to attempt to do the right thing on that, but it is inevitable that some people will get a bill. I mean, this is 60-something% of the calls we run. People are going to get a bill and not be aware of it, and we'll do our best to try to avoid that, but it's probably inevitable.
Can you provide the commission with a sample of an invoice and a letter that would go out as it would
Sure.
be received by constituents so we
Absolutely.
can read what they're reading and make sure we're well informed?
Yeah, I'm on a call tomorrow to try to wrap this up, so I'll get that. And we do this in Arizona already. We've been doing it for many years. We've kind of avoided that here in Knox for a few reasons. Won't get into that, but I'll get one for you, absolutely.
Thank you.
For everybody.
Thank you. Commissioner Rawls?
Is there a start date to when this is happening?
So I'll attach the start date when I email you guys the invoice. The goal is the 15th or the end of the month. It's kind of basically April 1st, but we talked to the mayor's office. I have some concerns with making sure renters don't get one of these bills. We really feel like at Rural Metro it's the landlord's responsibility, not renters. So we have a couple of hoops to jump through, but the goal is to start doing this by the end of April at the latest.
Second question, are there going to be any retroactive bills that go out?
No.
Just those going forward?
Yep.
At the end of the month? Okay, great.
Thank you. Commissioner Russell?
Yes, sir. Have you thought about sending out notices to people that, I know there's some elderly people that kind of frequently
Yeah.
use those services, to
Sure.
go ahead and send them something in advance so they know that they should go ahead and join?
So we spend quite a bit of money currently sending out letters, just trying to get non-subscribers to subscribe. I would think that unless, I'm certainly willing to take suggestions, but that's probably not going to happen. We have a database that's pretty decent of an email group of current subscribers, but non-subscribers, we don't have a particularly great data stream for that.
Thank you. Commissioner Durrett?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Chief Devlin, so if somebody has a subscription to your service in the county and they were to move to another location but still within the county, does that subscription transfer or would they have to renew? What would they have to do to get that?
I'm pretty sure they get to transfer that over if they've prepaid. There's a little bit of an issue. I know this, just again, transparency is kind of what I'm all about. If somebody moves or leaves the county, we don't refund X number of months if they've paid for that whole year, for example. But I'm pretty sure if they stay in our jurisdiction, we find a way to make sure that those monies, that they don't get, it's not in our interest to double dip them. So I think we're safe there. But, yeah, okay, I'm right. Sorry.
Thank you. I saw him in the background.
Yeah.
Thank you. Commissioner Frazier?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Chief Devlin, just a point of clarification. If you are currently a subscriber, your fee or your subscription rate will not go up to include these services. They will just be
No,
automatically included?
No.
Correct?
No, I think we did raise rates 5% this year, but that was across the board for everybody. Not something we wanted to do, it was just necessary. So, but we're not going to raise rates on current subscribers based on this. Really, it's about making it more fair for them, honestly, because the bigger the penetration rate, maybe, I hope one day we can give current subscribers a discount.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Any other questions? I appreciate you and Jeff meeting with me. I do know, and I wanted to kind of go ahead and say what we had talked about, that you guys were looking at reaching out to some HOAs, giving them heads up, reaching out to the Realtors Association, because that's huge when the sale is going through for people to know that the county doesn't automatically have service. You guys were going to work with the trustee for any of the tax freeze, so our seniors that are on a tax freeze will not be charged this additional amount of money, which I think is important for everybody to understand too. So they've got a really good plan, I think, going forward with the people that you plan on reaching out to. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up, Commissioner. Chairperson, we believe that like if somebody's truly not paying taxes, that we need to we'll give them a subscription and now keep them from getting any bills moving forward. So we just need those folks, and we talked about different ways to make sure we're accounting for them, so.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming and speaking to us. I hope you have a
Okay.
great afternoon.
Yes, do you want me to turn this off or leave it on?
Just leave it on. All right, we're now going to go to the applicant for the Health Council, and that is Gretchen Node. I hope I'm saying your name right. If you'll come up to the mic, and if you'll give your name and county of residence, please. And you have got 5 minutes to address commission of what you'd like us to know about you, and then we'll ask some questions.
Okay. Name Gretchen Node, Knox County. What I would like you all to know. I guess the main thing that I would like you to know relating to this role is I'm approaching it from a dual perspective, actually a tribe perspective. A member of this community is first of all. Second of all, I work as a coach. And as a coach, I'm primarily working with mindset, with health and wellness, with being able to integrate the things with the reality of life. So for example, whether you are looking at I need to work out more, or I need to change my diet, or I need to fill in the blank, whatever it is. You would go to a doctor's office, or you would go wherever, and you would hear this. But then there's this gap of like, well, I'm a single mom with 3 kids, or I have a business, or whatever, fill in the blank. Where I have been coming in and coming alongside with people is helping them to be able to integrate things that are going to increase their overall health and wellness, not only from a physical standpoint, but also from a mental health / awareness and a practical standpoint. So that's one thing. Then the other is I also work as a farmer. So my husband and I have a regenerative farm. We raise pasture-raised meats. We do all kinds of organic vegetables and fruits. And so we're actually in the whole world of making changes to your diet, making changes to your lifestyle, and using traditional medicine and also using lifestyle changes in order to improve the quality of life. We have seen it improved for ourselves, we have seen it improved for our customers, and that's another, I guess, angle that I would likely be approaching things from. Beyond that, the actual description for the role was fairly sparse, and so it just seemed interesting to me, and I thought, well, I'll apply and learn more.
Perfect. Well, thank you. We appreciate you applying. Do any commissioners have any questions for Ms. Node? No, I guess you gave them a really good rundown. That's awesome. Thank you very much. We'll be voting next week, so if you'd like to be back here next week at 5, we'll go from there. But thank you so much for coming down. I know it's not a great time in the afternoon to come downtown, and to do that, it's kind of nerve-wracking to stand down there, but you did a great job, and we appreciate you
Thank you.
applying. Thank you. Have a
Okay.
great afternoon.
Thanks. Do you want me to turn this off, or?
If you don't mind, that would be awesome. Thank you. Next, Commissioner Frazier.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just wanted to give my colleagues a little bit of information regarding Commissioner J and I's ordinance that you will see as agenda item number 45. We wanted to provide just some history. The Tennessee Technology Corridor was established in 1983 by state legislation. You have a copy of some of these talking points with you. You also have a map of the overlay. The intention and the principal aim was to attract, expand, and support technology-based economic development, as well as complement existing research and development operations and corporate offices. A grant actually helped pay for the concept plan and guidelines here in Knox County in 1984. In April 1999, the operations of TTCDA were turned over to the Knox County Planning Commission. That's where they receive applications for building permits, grading permits, sign permits, and rezoning certificates. And those are assigned to TTCDA staff, and their recommendations are then considered by the TTCDA Board of Commissioners at monthly meetings. The overlay, again, was designed to encourage technology and related uses. So the zoning is fairly flexible, allows most types of office and light industrial. Having served on TTCDA for approximately 2.5 years at the appointment of the mayor, it has been my observation that the role and the responsibilities of TTCDA no longer serve a purpose. The intent of the overlay did not come to fruition, and we're not seeing requests that are for tech-based developments. Additionally, the review work of the body is redundant. TTCDA reviews a request, it goes to Planning Commission, and then it comes to County Commission, and so these recommendations by the planning staff, they're rarely altered at TTCDA, and when they are, it's usually by the commissioner who serves on the body. So the design guidelines applied to this area will remain. They will not change. Staff and Planning Commission will continue to make those recommendations according to the guidelines, just as they do now. And as we continue the work on updating our design standards to the UDO, we can seek public input to determine if the current design guidelines and overlays should remain or be amended or just go away. So upon the approval of this ordinance, again, it requires 2 readings. TTCDA will no longer meet. I have met with staff, legal, also the members of TTCDA, and everyone is in agreement that this is a good idea. So we would love to have your support.
Thank you. Commissioner Jay?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Great summary, and I would just add that anytime that our commission can slim down and take a couple layers of bureaucracy and time and process out of the system, it's a good thing for businesses to thrive, for people to invest here, to grow their enterprises here, and I hope everybody is supportive of this as we move it forward. The state is also working on a piece of legislation that would mirror this and help us, but they are waiting on us to give our approval first and pass it along. So thank you for your support.
Thank you. Any questions for Commissioner Jay or Commissioner Frazier? See none. Everybody's quiet today. Commissioner Rawls?
Madam Chair, thank you. I just wanted to make sure that everyone on the body, the legislative body, had an opportunity to celebrate our wonderful boys at Vine Middle on the resolution that we'll be giving them. So there were some of you who didn't reply to the email, but if you're here, you're here. If you're not, you're not. So we will celebrate with everybody come next week.
Perfect. Thank you. All right. Do we have anything else that Commissioner would like to discuss? All right. Commissioner Thompson?
Yes, sorry. As far as the vine, is it too late to be added to that, or no?
That's what he's asking.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yes, okay, yes, please. I was one of the ones that had not responded,
Yeah.
so.
Did you get that, Drew? Okay, thank you. Okay. Seeing nothing else before the agenda review, we are adjourned.